Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride.
So if you visit the Donkey Creek Park, you may be wondering, well, what is with all of these barrels? Well, these barrels are actually part of an RSI system, Remote Site Incubator. They were installed in 1971 by local fishermen. Every January, they add hatchery eggs to these barrels, and that helps protect the baby salmon from the swift currents as well as from predators. That way, when you come back in November and December, you can see more chum and coho salmon returning, and you can actually view them off this very platform right here. How cool is that?
We are here at Donkey Creek, part of the Gig Harbor Watershed. So is Crescent Creek and part of the harbor itself and the greater Pudget Sound. What is the watershed, you might ask? Well, watershed is part of the water cycle because is there any new water ever created?
No.
No new water is ever created.
Water.
It's just recycled and sent back into the system. So this particular creek, as you see in our other videos, has part of the Salmon Hatchery program that they have here in Washington State to restore some of the salmon populations throughout the rivers and creeks in the area.
Yeah, and it's super important too to remember, like you said, since there's no new water, all the water has to be filtered. And the way that Mother Nature does that is through the soil. So it's really important that like water goes through the soil and through gravel so that it can filter before going back into the water system. That helps protect like the local salmon and the local wildlife, which is not only important to the bigger animals like the orcas, but also to humans because we consume salmon. So one of the things I thought was like super interesting was they mentioned even washing your car. It's really important to like wash your car on grass or gravel so that any of the soap or pollutants can actually be filtered down through the soil or through the gravel before it goes back into the water. And you don't want that stuff going directly back into the water. It can actually pollute the water and injure the salmon.
Yeah. And it's especially important here in Puget Sound because Puget Sound being what essentially is a giant bay, takes many years, up to 70 years, some say, to recycle the water out in the Pacific Ocean. So it's important to be clean and mindful. And fish farming is popular here in Washington, but they do it by putting the farms out into the sound. So water in the sound is still in your fish.
One of the wonderful things about Washington, though, is it has so many different viewing areas and educational spots along the areas. Like if you come to a park like Donkey Creek, they have lots of different platforms where you can go and not only view the salmon as they run, but you can learn about them as well, and the watershed, and how to take better care of the environment.
Or just walk your dogs.
Or just walk your dogs. Absolutely. I had to steal his coat.
It's kind of cold out here.
I left mine in the truck again. Oops.
Just finishing up our visit to Donkey Creek here. Very beautiful little park here in Gig Harbor, Washington.
Yep, freezing. It's cold. And if you happen to be visiting the Donkey Creek Park, you can head over across the street and visit the Harbor History Museum. Check that out.